Hello, my friends. Hello. Remember, when you come in, give me a thumbs up in YouTube. If you don't give me a thumbs up, it sucks so much. I like to have the thumbs up. Hello. Thumbs up right when you come in, three little dots above. That would be great if you'd like to be here. Hey, Janet, how is the crew going this morning? How is it going? It is Wednesday. It is a happy hump day to all. Welcome, come one, come all, come even the trolls. Step into the arena and we will begin the fight of all fights. We will hackle, we will jackal, and we will rumble. That's right. Hi Sherry, how you doing? Oh, how am I doing today? Lazy. I feel lazy. That's how I am feeling this Wednesday morning. Lazy. Can I be lazy for a minute? No. My life does not allow me to be lazy. Oh my God, the cereal thing. Oh, Tiffany, I hate the cereal thing. You might find it funny, but I do not. Anyhow, hi Sheila. You certainly don't look lazy. Lane, Jane, Lane. What? My eyes. Lord have mercy. Working but listening. Gotta love that. Can I get paid too? No? Do I run every day? Pretty much. What's a rest day? Rest day sometimes I walk, run. Yeah.
I just watched the video.
You always put, oh, hi Big T. How you doing, friend? What now?
The video, I did not put that spoon in the cereal. I used the spoon, but he obviously put it in the cereal this morning. Why the hell would I use it for like 1,000-ounce recipes? So I definitely would not have put that in the cereal.
Hi Maria. Hi Slicky. He just saw it. Got to do your yoga. Do it, get it, love it. I was lazy. You notice my timing is getting later and later. It's not like I'm not doing nothing. I was trying to look at merch. Me and Jilly B are working on more merch ideas, so it's kind of looking and thinking, and so it's not like I'm lazy. Did my videos, responded to some idiots, the normal. Cleaned up a little bit, made my bed, vacuum swept, got my laundry down from upstairs. So no, I'm not completely lazy, but anyhow, I was just lazy physically for this in the heat. Dan's like, well, come on. Well, I am thinking that the spoon in there could have been Grandpa. The cereal everywhere, definitely Dan. But that spoon could have been Grandpa because he was in there eating plums. And he hates messes. So he tries to clean up Dan's mess when he's in the kitchen, right? So one of the things he said when I thought I was recording and I didn't, I wasn't, he said, I didn't make this mess. Abort the mission, I didn't make it. I said, oh no, I know you didn't. I know who did. I still have the Porsche, it's right there. It's my car, James, because Dan has taken over my car. Does that make sense? I did not use the beads or the anal plug I got yesterday or the loop. Hell no. I got another delivery yesterday and it was a shiny metal plug. No beads, but a plug with a pink rhinestone on the end. Yeah. Holy guaco. Yeah. Did you hear that, Roland? A butt plug. Now, The one thing that's right is he's getting my colors down right. Jake Dar with 2 R's knows that I like the pink color, but he knows I'm anti the dark end, you know? So Dan's waiting for one thing only, the big cock-a-doodle-doo, you know? And he said, well, the beginning of the week, I know it's stuff you didn't necessarily like, but I would love for you to experiment with it. But the other things later in the week are things, Dan, you will enjoy. The cock-a-doodle-doo of sorts. It's coming. Fuck my life. Yeah. Anyhow. The dark side stuff, I don't know, y'all. I don't know if I can relax enough to play. You know what I mean? I'm already not relaxed to play on the playground, let alone plugs, beads, and all. I don't know. Now, I tasted the cotton candy lube jelly, you know. That's sweet. Once I tasted that, I thought for sure, Jan's gonna be squirting that for dessert. Not on me, but it's sugary. How the hell am I putting saccharose up my poo-tang or my bum hole? What? Is sucralose okay to insert internally? Asking for a friend. Cotton candy flavor. You know what I mean? Is it just to be meant to be used outside of the body cavity? Just on top? You know? Around the mountains? In the belly hole? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I don't need no UTIs from the cotton candy gel. No. No feet. No who. No foot. No huh. Anywho, I'm open for suggestions, opinions. Now's your time to shine. Normally, in the other occasions with Grandpa or anything else, I'm not asking for opinions or suggestions. But in the land of the playground and the playfulness of the down yonder, I need help. I need help. Sucralose, P.S. You of the mighty know trans fats, trans fatty oils, and such penetrable offenses by the FDA. You are saying that sucralose is okay to consume and or put inside the human body. Totally fine. P.S. is hypocritical now. P.S. You're a hypocrite. Only when needed. I wouldn't know, right? I don't know. Sucrose. It doesn't matter. You hate the fucking oils and shit, yet you are supporting sucrose. Shame on you, girl. I'm watching you. I'm watching you. Oh, Lord have mercy. So no, the dark-sided items of playfulness have remained in packaging. Yeah. And the Hoover PetSmart carpet shampoo. Oh, thanks, Michelle. We're talking about anus, and you're talking about carpet shampooers. I think she wants to skirt. Hi, Charlene. I have to go to my friend's house. Oh, enjoy. Sucrose. Charlene, girl, you don't really want to know about it. It comes in the form of a lubricant that's edible. Flavor cotton candy that my friend is getting a hoot out of sending. Yeah, we're talking about adult stuff and Michelle coming in hot with the carpet shampooers. Hoover. Yeah. Is she done with this conversation? Michelle, I got one. Girl, I already got a carpet shampooer. It's a Hoover too. Just so you know. Don't be alarmed, y'all. Anywho. I don't think Michelle likes to talk about down yonder. You know what I mean? Too much lubricant. That's the problem. You know? And you thought you had worms. It's all that lubricant. The sucrose. Hughes! Fuck! I will not fucking stop using the fucking F fucking word. How's that for you, Huey? Huey! A little word of the wise. I know I look young, but I'm 50. I have had many years of pain, misery, sadness, loss, etc. I think on my own. I'm old enough to make my own decisions, and yet I do not need any from the masses. For fucking sakes. And who are you to come in and tell adult people what to do? There is one simple thing, Huey. You don't like something, you don't like the way one talks, then maybe this isn't the place for you, Hugh. You know what I mean? Anywho. Here's the thing. Once again, I think for the first time in 3 years, I just said, I asked for opinions and suggestions for the first time with regards to the playground down yonder. But I think everything else I have not asked. So keep your powers of persuasion, your suggestions, your opinions, and your ugly judgments to yourself. Because nobody needs to hear them. Take the time, if you are leaving notes for creators with such stated above, take the time to reflect on your fucking selves. Because it's not us that's the problem. It's you! There you have it. Michelle, I'm dried up too, girl. It's all right. In some areas. Apparently nobody else does. Who, what, huh, why? Cindy, girl, I see you. Someone offering subscriptions and links. Jesse, what the fuck, girl? Can you message me? Girl, I think we're friends. Let me know so I can send to my advisor. I got one of those now on TikTok. That's why, girl, you were talking about the pet steamer. Because your libido is by your toes. Honey, mine is too. It's fine. Dan said the Hoover over, not my Dan, but Damn Dan. I see Damn Dan. I'm calling you that from now on. Damn Dan said the Hoover over cleaned. It sure did. It sucked the life right out of you. It sucked the piss, the salt and the vinegar right out of your body. It's okay, girl. It's fine. I think, yeah, if you can, Jesse, girl, I think, make sure we're friends, but I think we are from long ago. If not, check to see if you can DM me. I think we are on my Mrs. D-Cell NorCal 3 page. But I can hit here if it's easier. And then send me those links so I can pass on to my advisor. So, y'all, Jesse has come on and said there's a intruder. Renee, this is from my friend. I can't say her name anymore. I've been summoned to evacuate and abort the mission. But one of my friends, not Deb or January, the other one, so we'll call her friend Ed. She sends me all this stuff. Hi Slicky. I don't know. Hi Fucker Tucker. Thanks, AZ. So anyhow, it appears that we have an intruder pretending to be me, asking for subscriptions and asking for memberships and so on and so forth. Alert, pay attention. I don't ask, right? I don't ask. So if they're asking, report. Uh-oh. Tucker, I don't want to know what kind of dream that was. They messaged you, so then you know it's not me, girl. Most of these people message, and you know I won't do that. So, yeah, just send me the link. Send me the person or a screenshot or whatever you can. And they didn't reply. I got nervous for a minute. I was like, shit, Jesse, what do we call the kiss? Oh no, abort the mission. I remembered. Took me a second. Menno brain. Yeah, they didn't reply because they don't know. Because they're just trying to steal your money. Watch it. And if you question it, go on the page and see how many followers they have. Y'all go memorize how much I have. My main account, I have 600 and, okay, thanks, Jess. I have 670 something, I don't even know, on my main account. And my 3 account, I have like 117, 18,000. That's how you know for sure. It's not me. No, Bills. I cannot name any Michigan State players because I was sent this from a friend. And I will not tell you her name because it's none of your business. But I'm sure because she lives there and she went there, she would be able to. So I'm using it because she sent it to her friend to support her state and her schooling. You don't have to be a smartass about it. You know what I mean? Hell no. So I do that shit. Bills, when the young people wear like David Bowie shirts and Aerosmith shirts and stuff like that. And I'm like, can you even name one fucking song? Can you sing one song? Annie, take that off. You are not allowed to wear a big band shirt unless you can sing a fucking song. At least one. Am I right? We couldn't comment unless we signed up. Yes, Sheila. That is for sure. So Sheila, Tuesdays and Thursdays and any additional day that I feel necessary, when you can't reply, it's because my subscription chat is on only. That's not a normal. It will happen. And as I rebuild my subscription, once again from where it was before, I had to abort the mission before my advocate came in. There will be a lot more of those. Only for my safety and for others' enjoyments. You guys got to realize TikTok is a huge troll fest for me. People mass report me. People comment and make things ugly for others. And I'm not going to tolerate that. So that's what's happening. The cotton candy is still in the container. I took a little lick on my finger and it's really sugary. Gracie, I have no idea. I have no idea. You were on it last night, were you not? YouTube, I have no idea, but you were on TikTok. Check to make sure you're getting charged monthly, because some of you don't post the reoccurring, and then you're not there anymore. And so it comes to find out that you only signed up for a month. So anywho, so yeah, I have to, at some point, have some boundaries, right? I have to have some boundaries. So my boundaries are such. Well, Gracie, check your ATM. Make sure you're being charged monthly. If you aren't, that's your clue. Yeah. And so sometimes it's nice to have a break. It's nice just to come in for the people who want to be here. I'm being kind right now, Sheila, and letting others see from the outside, but that will go away soon. So it's just, it's nice to have a couple days off. And I want to make it special for the members and the subscribers. Members are on YouTube, subscribers are on TikTok, and they pay for peace and quiet, honestly. So it's not just about me, it's about it all, the whole package. How long have I been married? 27 years. 27 years. And you know, a lot of creators do that for their peace of mind. I know Chris and Mary, if you follow, she gets the same shit I get, right? And she's spicy just like me. And so she also switches over to the subscription when, you know, before she blows. So something wrong, you go after C week people. Peppermint, open your eyes. Stop walking around the world with one eye closed. You see that. But I don't go after anybody that doesn't go after me because I'm not weak, right? I retaliate because I'm trying to teach them a lesson. I retaliate because they need to know that they're crossing boundaries that they should never cross with people. I never attack unless attacked upon. Remember that. So, I don't know, and you know, it's evident. I talk about closed-minded people all the time. If you can't accurately think about the whole situation with both parties and formulate your own opinion, closed-minded. There you have it. Michelle, you know, here's the thing. We don't talk political here. And in this day and age, I got a lot to say. But people can't handle rational conversations. It's too volatile. It's too tumultuous right now that I try to stay away from the topics. I tried to stay away from the characters. All I can say is that it will now be interesting. It will now be interesting. I was okay with Biden stepping down. I knew he needed to. He did the right thing. Now on to the races. Now on to the races. Hi, Purple Jack. How are you, girl? So, Big T, you got to meet us. Me and my friend Deb. Debbie's coming in next Wednesday, and we'll be going down to Sky River. We're gonna come take the Harley out for a drive. Only when it's gonna be cool, of course. Whatever you paid with, Maria, wherever you play with, yeah, life will be interesting. Yeah, Michelle, but it's standard, you know, it's even, look at social media. Take me for an example. So many fakes out there, and people are still following them. I have one account that has 40,000 subscribers on TikTok. 40,000 people has subscribed or is following a Danielle Salinger. That's not me, right? It's crazy. So people are very unaware. And if they're unaware about simple things, Lord help us all, you know. I did not star mom. My friend did and lives there. So she sent me the Michigan gear. Anywho, so we try to stay away from the political messes because I've lost friends, I've lost viewers. Dan has lost viewers based on my mouth, which is a shame because that just shows you how sad people really are. But I don't care. I'm just not going to talk specifics. I am woman, hear me roar, and that's all you need to know. There you have it. Aunt, you did miss something. Dan did that to try to raise money for charity. Yeah. So it's nothing I would ever have him do for sexiness at all. I like the gray hair. But we did it to try to raise money for Alzheimer's. So if it's worth it to you, give $5, give 10 in the name of it. to thank him for acting a fool and having to look like he does every day. Thank me for having to look at him every day. Think about the pillow over my eyes when we are snooking because of the color of his hair. And if you feel sorry for any of those things, it's time to donate, because that's why he did it. I had a comment about sleep disorders and the science of being half awake and asleep. Are they accusing you of doing that? I think they do it. Dan does it. He just eats all over the place. Me too, Michelle. I'm tired with the whole thing. Never unmind. You too, girl. Here's the thing. You can't withstand the storm. She whispered back, I am the storm. That's right, Mary! God, I like that. They whispered to her, you can't withstand the storm. She whispered back, I am the storm. And who is that quoted by? I smell pot. Or skunk, I don't know. Have I ever smoked? Yes, a couple things. In my mind, there's a couple people that come to mind with that quote. Mary's baiting me. She's really not, because she hates talking politics, but I feel like she's baiting me a little bit. I would kick ass as a president. I would kick ass. I was going to say Maya Angelou. I was going to say Maya Angelou was my first choice. Who said that? Mary's laughing. She's being sneaky. Mary, just let us know, is it Maya Angelou? Because I have a list of women. One of these women, I'm thinking, is a current figure in the last couple days. I could hear her saying it. You know what I mean? Oh, Jackie Day. I would beat everybody's asses. I would literally, if I had the powers that be, which I will never, I don't think they would ever vote for a child development major. Although, shit. Nope, not gonna go there. But they might, because I know how to handle all the old women and men in Congress. Maybe it's not a bad idea. Anywho, there's a lot of things I don't remember, a lot of things that are new to the political arena within such minutes of years and months and time. Without being that said, I would clean house. I would get in there, I would fire everybody. My due diligence would be to restart, to clean up. I started with 5, Stacy, then I went up to 10, and then I went back down to 5. Because with Lexapro, if you don't finagle the jangle, you just keep going up, and my doctor programs does not like that. So then when they feel like you're competent, my doctor has me go down, and then when I have a bad swing again, to go up. So I love it. Anyhow, clean house. Process of elimination, everybody goes. Everybody goes, yep. Start from the top and work my way to the bottom. Yep. And then I would be on the hiring squad of who is necessary to sit within the House, the Senate, and everything involved. Psychological tests, medical decrees. I need certificates of birth. I need certificates of schooling. And I need you to be open and honest with a lie detector test strapped to their chest and their arms. Part of my process. So, I have a plan. I have a plan. I have a plan. And the only people that can hear my plan is you people that have tuned in today. Because nobody else would give a shit. But I would set this house on fire. That's right. I am the storm, like Mary said. There's no whispering coming from me. There is no whispers. It is a fight and it is loud. And she is roaring and she is ready to pounce, motherfuckers. I'd be the first presidential woman. I would be the first presidential woman to cuss and tell everybody to fuck off. Original quote. I am the storm. Unknown? Shit. Hey, I would be her right-hand chick. Yeah, I would. I would be her right-hand chick. I would tell her, I would help her, and I would guide her with the ways of the world. I will use the social media as a platform to raise awareness, to continue to raise money, and kick that financial window and doors and floors up and up and up. I have a dream. Oh, fuck. Like I don't have enough shit to already deal with. Ed, let's pack for the White House, buddy. We're going. Dan can stay home and take care of the house. I'll take Ed with me. He can be an advisor. He could be a supporter. And he could be a friend and a shoulder to lean on. No more partying. Well, we might have a little bit of partying, Terror Bear, but I won't take too much from the people. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I have been sending her daily quotes. Oh, Mary, I'm so sorry, but that is great that you were there to try to uplift. First pig. Oh, shit. I forgot about Millie. Can Coco come too? Yeah. Ed likes to push buttons. Keep him away from the big red one. That sets nukes. They're not good, Ed. Stay away from that one. We have to lock that one up. We gotta bring the Millie pig. I forgot about that. Shit, sorry Millie, you can come too. I have to bring Coco. The cats can stay behind. Dan can take care of them. Millie pig and Coco and Grandpa running the White House. With, well, where do I stay though? If I'm only a VP, I don't stay in the house. Shit, that won't work. The hell, we can't be pushing buttons and shit. But I would. The new day is coming. Anyhow. Where does the VP live? In a house down the road? In a shackle behind the house? I don't know. God, wouldn't that be a shit show? Hey, at this point, anything is possible in our presidential system, right? You don't need a degree. I need to stop. I need to stop. So, how are y'all in Michigan today? I need to stop. I need to stop. Fuck. Somebody shut her up. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. Anyway, I can even have a record. That's right. I can sing. I can dance. I can do a lot of things. They live across the street from the White House? Okay. Can Millie stay on the lawn of the White House, though? Because she's a princess and she deserves all the accolades that she can get. Because, it's not fair, right? I mean, it's really not fair. I'm going to tell you why. Because I'm the only voice here, I can sit and I can joke and I can have fun. And a lot of people really, some of y'all have fun. It doesn't matter what side. Some of you roll your eyes at me like, here she goes again. Those are my zoomies that know my thoughts and my thoughts and my more thoughts, and they're thinking fuck, and they don't think the same thoughts as me. Mostly, they might on some little small arena, but mostly no. So they're sitting there going, oh shit, here she goes. Not only do I have to sit here and listen to this bullshit again, but fuck Danielle. I can't. It's not fair. It's fair to me because I giggle because I can't hear. Nobody can talk back, but it's not fair. I can give two shits. I can tell you. I can give two shits that people leave my page, right? Because the way I look at it is, I'm here for a reason. Whether you like my politics or whatever, that shouldn't be your deciding factor of leaving, right? But people are too testy these days. So if I say something and spout off with something, they go unfollow me, which is fine, but they go unfollow Dan, which is not fine. He tries to do, hold on, the butterfly is beautiful only because it was brave enough to accept a painful challenge. Oh, Mary, I love that. I need you to keep sending those to me once a day too. So whatever you send your cousin, was it a cousin? Put it in your quotes for the day here for us. I love those. So they're very testy these days. And so if they find out that you believe opposite of them or assume you believe opposite of them, when in fact you may not, but they see something, hear something, I don't want those people anyway, right? I don't want people who judge me, who judge not me as a person, judge me as a person, right? Judge me as a person. Don't judge my opinions. I have friends that we are on opposite sides and we can still be friends. We can still be friends. And I tell Dan we fight about that all the time. I'm like, good riddance. And he's like, no, that's not how it works. I will not stand down. I will not stand down. My show is about me, right? It's about me. And this is one of our biggest arguments, right, with social media. It's tricky because we both have one, right? He primarily sticks to his dad. I stick to his dad with my journey. And then I also do me, right? Me is loudmouth. Me has opinions. Me can't hide a bullshit of fucks when I'm irritated or stressed out about something. And he just is able to refrain a little bit easier than I can. My platform is about opening eyes. It's about being truthful to yourself. It's about being honest. It's about accepting who you are, your beliefs, right? Your positions, your boundaries. It's about all those things. And I feel like that is a huge part of me, right? Especially today. Now, I could give a shit about politics in the past because we didn't really need to have this much worry and whatever. But today, it's so important. And there's one thing I'm worried about, one thing only, right? It's not the character that's behind the podium, it's the issues. I am woman, hear me roar, and that is the bottom line for me. And I think that is huge for me as a woman. I am a woman. It's huge for me. And if I have to choose an issue over class or honor or professionalism, candor, chivalry, Alzheimer's, criminal records, I'm not choosing the individual. But we had a little twist. So now I wait and I listen. And that's me. And I think I like talking about it because I'm not one-sided, right? I'm not one-sided, and so many people today are one-sided. I see both sides. I believe in both sides. Sometimes I lean more one way, sometimes I lean more than the other, and I choose at that point the best person for the job. And I wish we were more like that, and we're not. And that's why we have triggers. That's why we have following losses, and that's why we try not to talk about politics. We try not to talk about religion because you lose people for the baseless things that they think define us, right? That's it. I think it's pretty simple. In their Terror Bear, unfortunately, I've encountered a lot of strife with within the political arena. Now, let me tell you something right now. We had a huge shitstorm 4 years ago, right? Shitstorm, COVID, politics, the fucking shitstorm. I'm calling it a shitstorm. We're in for another one with this debate, this election year. We're in for it. It's gonna happen again. We're gonna lose more friends. We're gonna have fights with our family. You know, it's just in the cards because of how critical things are and how volatile we are and how volatile people are. So we're in for another shitstorm. I'm in for losing more friends. But a lesson to the wise. Just because you hear me say something, right? Just because you hear me say something that may not like you, think beyond that, right? Think about the person I am, not about my views on female rights or anything else. Because I think I'm pretty ambiguous with everything else, except for the women's rights. So if that makes me lean one way, well, there you have it. But to me, that's the most important thing on the ballot is coming up. But don't go run and unfollow my husband. That's so childish. Y'all are supposed to be adults. Y'all should be able to distinguish between a person, a real person with values, ethics, and morals, and superiority over being able to judge someone based on their beliefs. If you are a kind person, if you are full of love, that's all that worries. That's all that should matter, right? It's all that should matter. Leave the other fucking shit out of it. Don't unfollow Dan. All right, you don't like me, you can't stand me, unfollow me. But don't be stupid and lose or make him suffer because of something I say. We're a joint team for sure, right? He's not talking, but I may be. But who cares if he agrees with me or doesn't? You don't know. He hasn't talked about it. I have only talked about it. Stop assuming. Stop assuming. Especially when shit is written on our chalkboards. Do you know how many kids come in and out of my house? 19, 20-year-old boys. Do you know how they write inappropriate things all the time on those chalkboards? Sometimes there's penises. Sometimes they put MAGA on the board. Sometimes they do shit to fuck with Dan. Why the hell are you seeing something like that and getting irritated? That doesn't define us. How do you know? And why are you assuming it does? People are in our house every day. My house is a prank house. You know, stop unfollowing because of politics. Stupid. Because we are more than just politics. We are more than just those beliefs. We are kind. We are emotional humans. We have good values, we have good ethics. And we are taking care of a father-in-law, for fuck's sake. I volunteered to take care of Dan's mom, for fuck's sake. That's the type of people we are. Things happen all the time in here. Stop assuming. Assumptions make an ass out of you. Stop assuming. Yesterday, Fox News was on my TV. Most of the time, CNN's on my TV. Sometimes MSNBC's on my TV. Sometimes we have a go Biden. Sometimes we have MAGA. We have all sorts of shit that gets written on our walls. So, look at the person. That's it. And I think that's the same thing. And most of the time, most of us, if we were honest and had conversations, we would agree to disagree on some things, and we would probably agree on others, right? When it comes down to the open-mindedness of people, right? Most people are back and forth with some issues, right? And then it boils down to the character of the person running or not running or confusion, and sometimes it's just a coin toss. We've been there recently. But it's the people who are extreme on both sides that cause the trouble. Because even though they may think they just won't do it because of the principle of following their righteousness, you know. I want to afford milk, yep, and have women's rights. Most of us, I would think, are more moderates, which is you vote either way. You vote on what's most important to you. And sometimes we get swayed on the character behind the podium because we like their candor and we believe in them. Not to really go into any more of that, but I was talking to Christy. And just for you guys to think about, and not to even have a discussion here, but just food for thought. She said, she goes, I may not use this question, but it's still part of my, my getting to know you phase for the book. She said, who is your favorite president and why? Right? And you don't have to shout it out. You don't have to shout it out. But I immediately had one that came up to mind immediately because I didn't really follow politics as of till late, in the last probably 15 years. One stands true and proud in my mind. And I told her, and I explained why. And to me, right, the honor of somebody who takes hold of the country, right, should have charisma. They should have charm. They should have honesty and speak calmly and not attack others, right? They should be a perfectly poised individual who is not without flaws, but who is gentle in nature, eloquent, handsome maybe, and well heard. That, to me, is the most important thing. And you have to have trust, right? Trustworthiness. And sometimes we are enamored by the person, right? And that's when we believe. Issues are important, but then we're like, yes, yes, yes. I have that person in my head, and I won't talk about it. Dan liked the bush. He liked one of the bushes. But of all time, yeah, I've only had one too. And then the last 15 years. There's how many presidents has there been? 2, 1. Anyhow. Hello from Germany. Who seems the most honest? Yeah. 1. Dan loves Bush. 1 in the recent 15. To me, anyway. And it's okay, We all just look for different things. Like, we look for different things for a husband, right? We look for... I want a leader, not a belly eater, I want honesty. That was another question Stacey, she asked me. She asked me if I've met anybody famous. No. But if I could meet someone dead or alive, who would it be and why? My mom and my grandparents. And this was the question I gave. Ronald Reagan was classy in his own way. Yes, I agree with that. And he was a Republican. Oh my God. And I could agree that he was a classy man. Shit me timbers. Anyhow, I would say my mom and my grandparents, right? My mom and my grandparents. My mom, for obvious reasons, because I miss her. I would love to hear her voice. I would love to feel her hug one more time. I would love to ask her questions I never asked, but the questions I have today, right? That I was just not mature enough to formulate, too scared to ask, or just unaware until years have passed and I've questioned certain things. My grandparents, because they were amazing humans. My grandparents raised me for the most part. Helped raise me. I shouldn't say raised me, but helped raise me. Some people, I see them responding to people, oh, she lived with her grandparents and they raised her. No, not 100% truth. Yes, my mom and I lived with my grandparents for many years until she took us to California. But she was there. My aunts and uncles flittered in. That my whole childhood And even when we moved to California, my whole summers were spent, all my summers were spent in Nashville. So 3 months out of the year I got there. So that my Nashville roots are strong and proud, and one of the things that has formed me into an individual today. So I would like to go back and tell my grandparents how much I appreciate them, how much I learned from them, and how much I just appreciate everything they did for their family, their hard work, their dedication, the things that they achieved in their life, which wasn't easy, and they did it, and they made it. And they managed to make a beautiful family, and their family had beautiful families. And the true nucleus of my mom's side of the family is my grandparents, right? Once my grandfather died, my grandmother still lived, but she had Alzheimer's. She wasn't there. Nonverbal. She was in a wheelchair. She just sat, right? The one thing that they were always, and once my grandfather died, shit hit the fan, and it just got ugly between siblings, and siblings started dying, and it was just such a stressful time. We lost our way. I look at it like the family lost their way when the patriarch died, right, of the family, which was my grandfather. And then to see all the upheaval that ensued after, because my mom had been dead, then my grandpa died, and then my Uncle Sam, and then Leo. And it was just the trickle-down effect of, I think the family was so broken that, you know, normally the patriarch keeps us together. Normally the patriarch slaps us around and says, get your head out of your ass, right? The patriarch says, we are better than this. We are family. And family doesn't do this to one another. Family supports, they put their differences aside, and they love no matter what. Family. That was the undertone of my growing up. That was the undertone of my growing up. Love. Family. Through thick and thin, you know, we don't turn our backs on each other. I would love to go back and hug them. I would love to go back and tell them how much they mean to me, and they still do. I'd love to go back to tell them how much of a role they played in my adolescence and my future, right? They were truly amazing humans. Unfortunately, I can't elaborate because life is cruel, people are cruel, and I would love to share more of my stories about my grandparents. But the hate out in this big open world is too much for me to bear. And there are certain things that I hold very private, and I have no tolerance or patience for people, their hate, their ugliness when it comes to my mom, it comes to my family, and it comes to my grandparents. Maybe one day I'll take the risk on a member live and a subscriber live and tell you about it, hoping that people have open minds and don't judge based on race, religion, and creed. Because I think you all would either appreciate it, I think you would understand more, and I think you would maybe have similar experiences like me. But they're fascinating people. And just thinking about them, there's a whole bunch of interviews that they did, and I can't watch them. I want to watch them so bad just to feel close again. But it's too hard. It's too hard. My mom passed in 2022, family broke up because of one brother. It's so sad, D. Kirk. I hate that bullshit. You know, I hate that our families divide based on, you know, struggles and triumphs and disagreements, but it happens. And I think that it truly happens amongst, I think the people who leave are close-minded, you know. Legacy, I may. I talked about this first book, right? I talked about this first book and how much I wanted to get in depth with my situation. But I felt like, not this time. I'm not feeling it yet, you know? I'm not feeling. My books are going to be a series, like I said that. So not to say I won't talk about those things. Not to say I won't experience it, because trolls aren't going to buy my book. But I'm so guarded with it. I'm so guarded with it. These talks can get a bit, my grandpa didn't want the kids fighting over money, so he left them all $1. That's badass. That is badass. Your grandpa was a rock star. Shit, I'm gonna threaten my kids with that. I'm so guarded about my grandparents and my mom because I have seen how people reacted and, you know, what they did with my mom and her obituary, and just to gain a little bit of insight or to get me to speak about certain things. People use things against you, you know? People steal stuff to make it their own. I can't handle that when it comes from, you know, these people and how I feel, and I can't let them go that easy. I only want to share it with people who wants to know more about me and my love for my family and how I got to where I am today, you know? Because that is what's important, right? Is how I went from one way to another and where I ended up. So there's a lot of pieces, you know. Christy's like, holy shit, just more questions I keep asking. She wrote my foreword, or an example of the foreword, and she wrote my introduction. And I shared some of you guys the introduction. That I didn't share it, but I was wowed. She made me sound so eloquent. You know, she uses my words and transfixes them into a beautiful language that I don't speak. It's full of rhythm, rhyme, and beauty. But in that is me, you know? I'm like, it's so crazy that I can read and I know this is me, but it's not, you know? It's the craziest shit. And I'm laughing and I had goosebumps and I had chills at the same time, and I had a tear. Like, holy shit, this may be a badass fucking book, you know? It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was like a poem to me. Are you saying I'm hillbilly? Fuck yeah, Mitch. I'm a fucking hillbilly. And I just shows me that it's a good thing that I'm having help writing my book, because it sounds so much better her way. And you all know it wasn't me. So I think I was very happy. I was very enamored and very impressed. And I'm hoping that when we, you know, like I said, my plan is, and I told her I would love to do this too. I'm an intelligent hillbilly. Maybe. If there's a fucking wasp nest outside, I gotta kill. Anyhow, I'm hoping that once she is the next phase, like if we don't have anything to build upon on that intro, I would like to just snip a little piece out, like a paragraph, and share with the members and the subscribers, right? The people who pay. I would like to do that through the process that you get little clips weekly, or, you know, from me in that process, because I would love for you to be involved as well. And just to get a little bit and get you excited and, you know, I don't know. I just picked up Taffy from the, oh, I forgot. Yeah, Christy's dogs are always barking in the background. So then my dogs bark, so I have to keep my headphones on. Not the only reason why, because I have to, I talk and I clean and I think. It's yeah, so as long as Christy's okay with that, once she gives me permission, or she sends me the excerpt she wants to be given out, then I will let you read them. I'm trying maybe once a week or whenever, however we progress. And, you know, because it may not be weekly we write something. It may not be, you know, it just depends on, it's a lot. And she's got a house, she's got dogs, she's got kids, she's got a husband, you know, so she's fitting me in. Okay, so how am I doing today, Marlene? I'm, you know, I am content. We also talked about, which we also talk about all the time, about happiness, right? She said, how do you maintain happiness? And I don't think that's possible. I said that. I said, I don't think happiness is something that's possible to have all the time. And Dan, Dan had said this one night on Live. He said, I wouldn't say I'm happy. I would say I'm content. Right? I think happiness, there's moments of happiness. Sometimes you get multiple throughout the day. Sometimes you don't. And sometimes you get maybe one chance at happiness throughout the day. Like happiness would be if you're potty training a dog and it finally, you know, learns to go outside. That's happiness. You know, that's a joy, a mini joy of yes. Happiness is seeing a friend you haven't seen in a long time and sharing your time with happiness. But am I happy cleaning my house? No. Am I happy picking up after people? Fuck no. Am I happy being outside in the heat? No. So I don't think people should strive for happiness. What we need to focus on is being content, right? Learning about yourself, because you cannot find content and happiness. I think it morphs into both things. Being content can lead to happiness and moments of happiness. But you have to be content first. But you cannot be content if you're not content within, right? That leads to more moments of happiness, is once you figure out who you are. And I think, you know, the most thing is that evolution of one's person is a constant state of movement. We never finish learning. We never finish growing. And if you do, that's when you die. Every day I try to work on the things that I fail at. I may still continue to fail on them, but I'm aware of them. And I'm like, Danielle, for the love of Pete, I can't help it. I know, but girl, fuck. You know, I mean, it's those things. Then I get happy moments sometimes. So happiness is achievable, but I don't think it's fair to say it's a constant state of mind. I don't believe it. I believe that's impossible. So, thanks, Tammy. So, just a reminder for you guys, you know, normal, you know, I don't think normal is also, I think it's a subjective term. What's normal to you is not normal to me, and vice versa. I think norm is what happens within our own houses. That is normal, right? But what's normal in my house, like cussing, right? Loudness, sarcasm, you know, may not be normal in your house. But that's my family dynamic, and it's always been. That's my family dynamic, and we get judged. I get judged mostly on who I am. My video today. God, you're so mean. You yell at him, and then he gives you a compliment. Shameful. Did you watch the video? Because there's several times. One time he said, I can't hear you. He got closer to me. Did you not count the level of what's and the number of what's he said before I kept getting louder and louder? Y'all, come on. Watch the fucking video or don't leave a fucking comment. Plain and simple. And I have yet to find how one becomes sweet as pie when they're yelling because somebody can't hear. He says what? He gets in closer and y'all worried about fucking yelling. Get over your fucking selves. Family dynamics shouldn't be held against you. No. But Crystal, those judgy ones in there are the ones that probably are bored in their lives and miserable in their own way. I am running for president. I am. I'll be a VP. You know, I don't care. Hi, Brittany. It'd be nice not to be woken up every minute of the hour, you know? So, although, shit, if I went to the White House as a president, I would have a keeper for Ed. A night nurse that would sit with him, and then I wouldn't be occupied. I mean, I wouldn't be disturbed. That sounds wonderful. And then we leave Dan at home. Wow. Now that's a dream. You know? That's a dream. That's a dream come fucking true. Just kidding. No. Anyhow, and the old hearing aid comments. Instead of yelling, why don't you get him a hearing aid? Now, statistically, right? Statistically, the higher percentage of people who don't comment on that, no. Obviously, if he could use a hearing aid, he would have one in, right? We think that. I already assume if he's not wearing one and we are yelling, there must be a reason why he doesn't have one, right? Oh, is somebody bringing up the gay community as a joke? If that's the case, he needs to be gone. We don't fuck with that. I don't care the color. I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care who you vote for. I don't care what your religion is. As long as you're a fucking kind person, you are welcome here any day of the week. But the minute you use any of those things as a threat or weapon or stone to cast, you're off my fucking boat without a blink of an eye. I don't play with mental illness. I don't play with sexual orientation. I don't play with hate in general. If you exhibit any hate towards any race, religion, creed, color, mental illness, or sexual orientation, you are fucking out with a report to the app. Thank you. That's not how I roll, and y'all should know that. Everybody's allowed at my table who's kind, who has love and empathy in their hearts. And I just don't think those things are funny. Even the stupid ass adults on here are like, oh, I shit in a toilet, I shit in a brown paper bag and shipped it to you. I'm taking a shit on the toilet right now. Okay. And it smells. Are you too? Yeah. Anyhow. No. And here's the thing. I'm always talking about my failures, right? My inadequacies. Because it's the truth. That's normal to me, is admitting your faults. Occasionally I toot my own horn, but not very rare. And if you really have both eyes open, the majority of you who are here know it's hard for me to take the accolades because I feel like it's too much of an honor to have these accolades thrown at me when I'm not the best person all day long, you know? And I say that all the time. That's normal. That's real. I don't have all the patience in the world. I lose my shit several times a day because I'm not only dealing with one person, I'm dealing with a lot. But that is true, Michelle. The one thing I'm loyal and dedicated Doesn't mean I'm happy doing it. It doesn't mean I'm content doing it. But it's in my nature to be that way. Again, you know, I told Joanne she was welcome here, right? Because that's my nature. I would love to have Joanne here. I would love to have Joanne here. Now, who says that, right? To have a mother-in-law and a father-in-law in one house? Fuck. So like if you go to my link tree, you click on the link tree, you'll see my links. Above that is the address. I can't rattle it off for you because I don't know it. But my nature is to caregive. I like to caregive. I may not like it all the time. I may not love it all the time. But my job. That's my job. So, and I think most of you can see that. Hi, baby. You guys look skinny and hot. Hi, baby. What? Hi. What? Come on. You're so skinny. You're a skinny little boy. You hot. I'm missing things. Sorry, you guys. YouTube is carrying on their own way, which I'm glad about but I miss it. Thanks, Michelle. I appreciate it. You know, I try, and to me, that's important. With seeing all the bullshit you see on social media. It was really important for me to be true to my people and to be honest. And I was so scared at first to do it because honesty meant vulnerability and putting yourself out for ridicule and hate. But I learned along the way that it doesn't matter what you show and what you do, you are still hated. He's in between my legs. You're still hated. I have changed so much over the last couple of years. And it doesn't make a difference to the trolls and the people who want to see what they want to see. So, I gave that up a long time ago and realized I'm going to be me, right? I'm going to tell you when I'm not doing well. I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking sometimes to get through the day. I'm going to tell you that, yeah, I agree. It's not always pleasant thoughts, right? I know. I'm going to tell you that I'm not happy, I'm going to tell you that I'm having a bad week. I'm going to tell you that I feel defeated because that's what's real and that's what's normal. And it's not just normal in the life of a caregiver, right? It's fucking normal in the life of a caregiver, but it's just normal in the life of busyness and work and bills and, debt and just living life, right? And doing all that on top of everything else and caregiving, I mean, come on. And some of you are out there doing it alone. I know how lonely it can be, even in a house full of people. I can't imagine being truly alone, right? What do you need, bro? What do you need? You just want loves because you're hot? I have the fan on for you guys. I'll keep it on for you guys today. To me, that's important. When I follow people, I want to see vulnerable. I want to feel like you're being real. I want to feel like you're being honest. I hate liars. I hate cheats, and I hate thieves. And I hate mean people. And if you're any of those things and I find out, you are cut out of my life for good. I don't tolerate those things. You can get rid of Jardius Jonathan. Anybody here that can get rid of him and his words of wisdom? Oh, Gracie, I know. I'm a Taurus. Bull-headed. That's me, bull-headed. I'm stubborn, as the best of us. That's why a lot of the times me and Ed clash, right? Because he's stubborn, I'm stubborn, and I'm winning, And he also thinks he's winning. But now, guess what? I got the power. He had the power for a long time. And sometimes I joke with him. You know, sometimes I joke with him and I'm like, you know, there was a point in time where you did have the power because I was just a little pipsqueak and, well, you put a roof over my head. But now you're under my roof, motherfucker. Thanks, Les. And that's what it is with Ed. It's a power struggle. And still is a power struggle, you know? And that's what you have to remember, you know, in my house. He's always looking for the power. And, you know, people are like, just let him have it. Well, it's not that easy with Lawrence Salinger, or Loring, whatever his middle name, Edward L. Salinger. You can't just let him have whatever he wants. Because he's not that easy. Ed doesn't just flip over on his back and admit surrender. Never has and never will, even to the day he dies. He's gonna fight until he knows he can't win, right? How the tables have turned. And sometimes I laugh at him because it's funny, and then he'll start laughing, and then we both start laughing together, and the moment gets fleeting, you know. But, you know, the way he backs down. Bitch, you're in my house now, motherfucker. You're in my house now. And he'll sit there, and he looks, and he says, all right, all right, all right. All right. So Brenda, no, but I'm gonna get another piercing when Deb comes back. So, oh, it is glitching. Hold on. It was glitching. Yes, it was glitching. I don't know why. I lost connection again. Fuck me, timbers. It is glitching. I just see that. Sorry. Okay, now it's good. It was glitching. I didn't realize it was lost again. I'm not sure why it's glitching. I just don't know. I'm not sure why it's glitching, but it sure is. I don't know. You guys, it's glitching. I don't know why. My server probably went down or something. Brennan, no more piercings yet if you're still here. Debbie's coming back next week, so I think I'm gonna go and get this side just to balance. So now I need some balancing, so I need to do something here. So next week or the week after, I will do it. My network is not poor, Sophie. That is TikTok. You know, there's 5 billion different servers they have there, and if you're on the wrong one, it's going to glitch. It's bound to happen. Because I'm hosting 2 lives right now, and this one's fine. It's TikTok that's glitching, honey, not me. Hello in Denmark. How are you? Hello in Greece. I have another Greece follower. Her name is Rita. She shows up almost every day. She is also from Greece. Maybe you know each other. No, I am not from Michigan or Michigan State. I went to Sac State. My friend, who I will not tell you who her name is because I get in trouble every fucking time, but she lives in the state, and she has also gone to the state. One of them. So she likes to provide me with gear. So I support all my friends who send me stuff. It's just it. There's no secrets, no nothing about it. That's it, bottom line. Yeah. So anywho, how y'all doing today? It is Wednesday. This is the hump day. It's the humpiest day of the week. You do a little hump, you do a little rump in the sheets, that is, but only with permission. So today's not much for me. I have a meeting with Jilly B to confirm and progress on the merch. I think, Christy, are we talking today? I might be talking with Christy at some point today. It's a blur. And I have a couple things to do in the yard really quick. But other than that, and we have a live tonight. Does Ed ever forget me? Occasionally, Lori, he kind of takes a minute sometimes, and sometimes he says, oh, is that Danielle? You know? Yeah, but for the most part, he doesn't. There are moments of, you know, sis or, you know, Janice, but Then he clicks back and says Danielle. Yeah. Grace, you have to hit my link tree. So if you go where my videos are, it'll say link tree and then we'll have all the little addresses. You hit that. And then at the top, you'll see the address. I don't watch Big Brother. I don't watch Big Brother. Barbara, you have to remember that I've been with Ed since I was 5-ish, right? I've known him since I was 5. So I've lived with him probably, or been around him longer than most of his kids, if you really think about it. So I've been in the forefront of his mind for a long time. So I think that's why I am one of the ones that he doesn't remember. Doesn't forget. Is because there's so many nuances and so many, different intricacies of our relationship that I'm there. I've been ingrained in his head, and a little bit too, like my kids, when my kids are home and he'll say Hannah, he calls Hannah Hannah, and he'll call Jen sometimes because she's not around as much, but he'll call her Danielle. Jennifer looks a lot like me when I was younger. She just different color, but different colorings, her hair and her eyes and everything. But Jennifer, like body type, everything was more me when I was younger. So, and then Andrew, it's fleeting with him. Even though he's lived here for 4 years and he sees Andrew almost every day. Like the other night, he was sitting on the couch. He's like, so how you doing, Andrew? And I literally turned. Andrew said, wait, what did you say? Huh? Who? What? And I said, did he say what I think he said? And Andrew's like, I think he said what I think he said and what you think he said. And then he called him Aaron. So, but it's in there, it's in there. It's just a matter of when it comes out or not, So, it's just, the other day he rattled off, a whole bunch of different things that, Dan just shocked Dan. I was like, well, yeah, I've heard him do that before. He goes, yeah, but it's been a long time since he's done that. And he just didn't take any time to think and rattled off, where he went to high school, what street he lived on, where he grew up, it just boom, boom, boom. It was like he fired back. So that's fun. The butt beads. Butt beads are still in the package. Yes. The butt beads and the butt plug that arrived yesterday are still in the areas in which they were delivered in. Yeah, it's up there. Is Amy on TikTok your twin sister? I don't have any sisters. I don't have like a rooster and sucker tank top. Oh. The rooster, yeah. The cocksucker, yeah. I have talked about with Jilly B about having a dark, like the red door where you can go in and access the other merch, the ones that may not be socially acceptable to wear. So we have different things going, get different thoughts going. Is looking for my husband. Oh, already, Amy? I hate when it's so early. Dan's, inside doing the beads. Where's Dan? He's either in the chair or with the plug or the beads. Could you imagine? No, he's a little petrified of those things. Yeah, he's a little scared. He's like, well, put those away. I want what's coming next. And it's really just for me, We're really weird about the backside. So, 50 Shades. Pretty soon, I'm going to have the makings of a room of like that. Not because I have a friend sending me stuff. Jake Dar with 2 R's. He's on a mission to giggle. He's giggling every time there's a package at my door. So he's just demented in his own way. Wants us to try some of his faves. You know what I mean? Oh, shit. Yeah, but I'm not into experimenting on the backside. No backside action for me. I'm a little bit weirded out by those things. The apparatuses. And some people really like them. They intimidate me. What? Huh? Where does that go? Why? Who? Huh? No. I've never been a fan of mine. It's been very tense whenever there has been experimentation. Less than 5 times I can count on my hands that we have played around in the dark side. Yeah. And I'm sure most everybody, has dibba-dabbled a little bit. And it's not just something that is comfortable. It's not comfortable. It's just not comfortable. And, everybody has their limits. And now at 50, I just don't feel the need to fuck around with that side. I barely want to fuck around with this side. So it's a little intimidating. My kids are going to find that shit and they'll be like, what the fuck? Abort the mission. Mom did not buy that, nor did Dad. It's a friend. Thinks he's funny. Yes, we have dabbled at 63 done. Yes. I've dabbled and I know what I like. Red Bull is not good for me. You know what, James? I'm going to tell you something else. Red Bull, the one Red Bull I have in place of coffee every day, may not be good for me. But either is pumping my own gas, either is breathing this smoggy air, either is inhaling chemicals with cleaning supplies, either is some of the pesticides that come on our food, from the grocery store, right? Either is drinking out of a hose these days. Either is the animals we eat. Unless you're growing that shit by yourself and raising it, it's all bad for you. Yes, plain and simple. What are you doing, Terminator?
These aren't Terminator glasses.
I'll be back.
These are Wayfarers, like Don Henley glasses.
Right.
Boys of
Where
Summer.
are you going?
The gas station.
Uh-huh.
What's going on?
That's not good for you either.
Anything you want?
Hey, Siri. Turn off Bluetooth. Hey, Siri. Hey, Siri. Turn off Bluetooth. So, don't come on here lecturing me what's good for me. Or not. His daughters. Because, let me tell you, I bet you don't even exercise. Just a thought. You eat Snickers. Do you eat anything that I mentioned? Do you pump your own gas? Do you do those things? Because if you do, you are not healthy either. Fucking TikTok. Fucking TikTok, you don't stop. TikTok, you need to get your shit together. TikTok, your internet sucks because you're losing the connection. We lost connection. Yes, we did. We lost connection. How is that? You lost connection and you can't find it. Yeah, they've been having issues. Sorry, it's not me. It's your TikTok. You guys complain to TikTok because my shit's fine. It is TikTok. So yeah, anyhow, what I was saying is nothing that we do is perfect, right? We pop pills because we have problems. We got high cholesterol, we got incontinence, we got birth control issues. We got to make sure we prevent women's rights, We got diabetes. We got to take our metformin or take our Ozempic or whatever we do. We've got high blood pressure. We got to take the lisinopril for the high blood pressure or whatever else we got to take for our statins and all those shits like that. So do not come at me for the one Red Bull I have all day. 80 milligrams right here. How many cups of coffee you drinking? Same thing. Probably less than you. You know what I mean? How many of you drink the soda pop? Right? Not healthy. Not healthy. Diet nor regular is not healthy for you. How many chew some tobacco? How many of you drink the alcohol? Not good for you either if you didn't know that. I drink that too, so I'm fucked. How many of you Smoke the ferns. Tar buildup in the lungs can't be good now, can it? No. There's a lot of side effects to the things you all do. Don't lecture me about one Red Bull. Maybe lecture me about the fucking chips I eat every day. That's a problem. The probably 5 bowls worth of chips that I eat every day that aren't good for me either, with those flavorings and the bad dyes and the shit on top of it. It's not good for me either. Fuck. 12 cans of Mountain Dew? Shit. That's a lot of dew. We all got our shit. The key in life is moderation. You know, if I didn't die yet from all my experiences and my experimenting back in the day, I am doing good today. Let me tell you, because I didn't do half the shit I did, right? I'm more calm, I am more collected, and I'm smarter than I was in my youth when I did crazy ass shit. I drank out of a hose. I rode my bicycle without shoes. I used to drive around in the back of a car with no seatbelt in a truck bed. I used to be out in the wilderness of the streets until those lights went out at night and I survived and didn't get taken. That's right. I'm a survivor. I have survived the brain cancer elements from those first phones that came in a suitcase in the 80s that weighed like 25 fucking pounds. Now, I didn't have that, but my friend did. And we used to call all of our friends in her convertible Corvette with her dad driving around. And we were double buckled, talking on the phone, thinking we were hot shit. I survived. I survived. I survived late night bonfires in the wilderness in Saratoga Mountains with my friends, drinking and driving and being stupid. I survived. I survived on Tab Soda, and I'm still alive. I survived secondhand smoke today. Doesn't mean I won't come up with something later. But I lived in houses and went to houses that were full of smoke. You had to cough and gag until you left the facility. The station wagons. God, I did it all. What else did I do back in the day? I experimented with a couple things that I never did regularly, but I experimented once or twice, and I never did it again because I'm a fraidy cat and a hypochondriac, so good thing for that. But I've been around people experimenting. I've been around people and have taken them places that we are trying to restrict today. For women's rights, I have been there, and I have been that friend that took my friends down to the station to get cleaned and to make sure their life stayed on track. I have been that friend that has held hair back and I survived. I have been that friend that has gone in the middle of the night and picked up said friends from bad situations and has survived neighborhoods that should never be entered in the evening time. I have been a caregiver all my life with my friends. I have survived fights. I have survived crashes. I have survived hate, and I have survived bullies. There you have it. Hello from Clovis. How are you? A little bit of Red Bull ain't gonna hit me. Little bit of Red Bull, 'cause I can't drink coffee. I survived on whiskey, Guinness, red wine, and marijuana, and I'm 64 and still here. Oh, whiskey. Do you put whiskey in your Guinness? Now that's a question, Robbo. Do you do like a car bomb? I love me some red wine, but it's hard to drink red wine in the heat, you know? It's very yucky out here today, like fires. We have fires in the area, and it's horrible. I am a survivor. I am a survivor. I keep on ticking. I will not give up. I keep on living. In moderation, everything in moderation. I drink wine. The other night I had a whole bottle. I started at 3:30 because it was a fucking day from hell and I needed a glass of wine, and before 7 o'clock it was done. So I drank bottled wine from 3:30 to 7 and then I was done. Yeah. it lasted all day. Yesterday I had 2 glasses and that was it. But some days call for that shit, you know? Some days call when your brain is throbbing, your soul is hurting, your mind is reeling, and you've got stress. Sometimes you need it. And I am not a smoker, right? If I was a smoker, I would toke up when I was stressed. But I don't like it. I like the wine. So I drink it. I had a bottle. Shoot me. And I had a Red Bull earlier that day. And then I proceeded to drink a ton of water in between that. And I'm still here. Fuck. And I still got up and I ran and I walked and I did my exercises. I did everything else. I talked on the phone for business maintenance. I had 2 that day. Moderation. No, wine does not make a menopausal woman sleep well, unfortunately. Wine for the menopausal years is not, some women have to stop drinking it. I can't drink wine before bed. I had 1 glass of wine, and it was red wine, before, got a violation notice. Got a violation notice for what? Life. I had a glass of red wine the other night, like literally right before bed. It was about like 7:30, 8 o'clock, and I just needed something. I don't know, Sandy, I have no idea, but I'm gonna send it to my advisor. And I was up at 1:30 and couldn't get back to sleep. Yeah, couldn't get back to sleep. So, from the red wine. So menopausal women, sometimes they have a hard time metabolizing the sugars and the alcohol. And so sometimes when I want to have some wine, which is daily because my day is high stress, and I will less, I'm going to. When my day is high stress, I may pull it out like at 3:30 or 4 as I'm winding down, trying to get dinner ready and all that stuff, because I need that ease of that pace. I think 4:30 I did it yesterday, and I just wasn't in the mood. I mean, I have my moods, right? I go up and down with what I consume. And it's not like that every day, but some days it is, and some weeks it's not. Sometimes I don't drink, and then other days I do. So it just depends on my relaxation. I need something to relax. I don't have any pills for that. I just literally, my wine is my safe haven. I enjoy the taste. I love holding a glass, preferably with a stem. Is there something missing from your life that you deny yourself because of others? No, not anymore. Not anymore. Kilo, I used to deny myself a lot of things because I was afraid of what other people thought. Now I don't give a shit. Yeah, no, I don't think about it. Drinking was one of them. I enjoy the taste of alcohol, right? Some people don't, they just do it for the effect, but I enjoy the taste of it. So I've always enjoyed, like a glass of wine or a margarita with lunch, and I never used to do it because I was always afraid of what my husband, the judgy eyes, because they're always watching you. And I refrained from doing it because I was afraid, right, to do it for others. And well, let's stop that. Now I drink when I want to. If I want to have a glass of 12 of wine, I do it. I really don't. But on the weekend, maybe. Because during the week I'm too busy. But, if I want to open up a bottle at 3 because I've had a crap day or I'm stressed out to the gills, I do it. And, if he wants to look at me, I look at him right back. Bitch, what? But that was one of my biggest things. And I think on the weekends, right, where he thought it was appropriate to drink, right? This was way back when, where Dan was like, we only drink on weekends, right? And we binge drink on weekends, which I was so consumed with not wanting a glass of wine here or there during the week because of my husband, right? And what I felt like he wanted me to do, right? And so then I would overdo it on the weekends. Never would do it. And then I would overdrink. And I'm like, this is ridiculous, right? I don't want to overdrink, but I think I'm so been wanting it all week, and then you just, less like overeating. If you don't hit that satisfying, food, you tend to overeat it when you get it because you're depriving yourself, right? For me anyway. And so once I snapped out of it and said, fuck you, because you can do it and you can do all the other things you do, but I cannot. Fuck that shit. And so sometimes as I'm pouring like my last, if I've had a bottle, and I'm like this to make sure all the drops come out. And he's looking at me. I said, yeah. Say what you want to say, bro. Say what I dare you. Say it. Do you want to say something? Yes, it was finished today in the last 3 hours. And what? That was like a glass an hour. When you think about it, it's not that bad. What? It was a whole bottle kind of day, it sure was, and sometimes it happens like that. I don't judge the rolls you toke. I don't judge the smoke you inhale. Don't judge my wine. Don't judge my wine. We all have our vices, you guys. And mine's mine. For the most part. I always go, it's so funny because my friends laugh at me. Because I'm like, God, I feel like something new. I feel like something different. I'm getting a cocktail, I'll take a glass of Sauv Blanc, please. Because it never disappoints me. Drinks disappoint me. Wine never disappoints. Wine never disappoints. Ever. Vodka disappoints. Because I'm looking for an instantaneous buzz, right? And vodka is a sneaky little fucker, right? It's like your little child who's sneaking out of the room in the middle of the night for another cookie. Mom and dad are sleeping. Vodka's the same way. It's like, bitch, I'll give you a little feeling of fun, but then I'm gonna kick your ass when you're walking to bed, right? Vodka sucks. Vodka sucks. Vodka sucks. Hey, mon ami, comment ça va? Oh, Pam. Okay, come on over, girl. I got some wine chilling for you. Sauv Blanc, though. That's it. Sauv Blanc, I got. So, wine. If you're a wine connoisseur, bye, Twyla. If you're a wine connoisseur and you know what I'm talking about, you'll know what I'm talking about. Stop it, C. Stop it, C. You need some Coke in your wine. Not that kind. Coca-Cola, silly goose. That first sip, is, it takes just one sip for your blood to start getting warm. You feel it creeping into your soul, your body, and it's instantaneous amazingness. I don't know why I ever try for something else, because no other alcohol. Okay, let's do it, Pam. Let me know. The closer you get, girl, I'll make sure the glass is out. Fuck. Because you were on fire, Goodman. Fireball. Yeah. I mean, and I go for other, thinking some other alcohol's going to do that to me. It doesn't. Wine. That second sip. There's nothing like the first glass of wine. Nothing like it. You can't replace that feeling. It's amazing. Amazing. And that first sip of a crisp, white, cold wine, it just soothes my soul. Now, Ozzy said it best. Wine is fine, but whiskey's quicker. That's for sure. But there's a certain solitude, an epic, monumental changeover that happens when you have wine. Whiskey, first of all, doesn't taste good, right? It's harsh, it makes you cough, makes you stutter, and it makes you fall on the floor. Now, if you, yeah, well, Ozzy said it best. Wine is fine, but whiskey's quicker. Suicide Solution by Ozzy Osbourne. What kind did you say? I'm feeling like I need some wine, girl. What was the one you said was extra special and extra crisp and extra toasty? Well, let me tell you. Sauvignon Blanc. Jameson is smooth. Jameson is sweet. It's sweet. I've tasted it before because my daughter likes to take Jameson shots, whatever. It's sweet. It's a sweet little fucker. And it, I can admit, tequila and whiskey give you that. Well, no, Crown gives me relax, like I've taken a muscle relaxer. I hate that feeling. When I'm drinking, I don't want to feel, well, okay, hold on. When I'm drinking out with friends, right? I want to feel spicy. I want to feel my spice. I want to be exciting. Yeah, liquor is quicker. Yep. So Crown whiskey makes me just, what's up? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm just gonna stay here for a couple hours on my ass and not do a damn thing. It's probably like the people of you who do ferns, right? And it's the weird Stella Rosa, Bethany, and a pack of Marlboro. Stella, we gotta work on the fucking Stella. Oh God. Crown Peach. I stop at Crown Peach. Crown Apple is probably my favorite. Oh my God. I can't. Hey girl, there's some Stella Rosa from a year ago in my refrigerator. Remember? Any of you remember when Dan's like, I gave him specific instructions and he came home with fucking Stella Rosa? There's also a peach wine in there too, in a box. No thank you. No can do. I cannot stand sugar. I like sugar, but Crown and a pack of Marlboro. I want to try that key lime vodka. I want to try the key lime vodka. Did we get the name brand of that? Because I'm curious as to try that. I don't like alcohol. I do drink occasionally though. I love alcohol. Yeah, it's still in there with the Crown Apple and Crown Apple cranberry juice. Yeah, it's for my friend who lives in Michigan. I have two friends that live in Michigan. One of them didn't send me this, and one of them did. Yeah. Anywho, so fermented. It is fermented because it's wine. So, GSR, do you like all fermentation? Because I got some wine for you. And you like sugar, right? You like sweet things? I got a couple things in there for you. My dad made wine a few times. Powerful stuff. That was called moonshine. Moonshine. No? I don't know. You'll drink anything? All right, Pam. I got anything here. I told you. I got my Sauvignon Blanc. So my go-to quick, cheap, meet Debbie. Or you can come out here when it's her turn. Hi, Elle. Happy birthday. The cupcake brand. I was just kidding. Liz, give me a minute. Shit. Liz is trying to get me to talk quicker. What I was going to say, Liz, is my quick go-to Sauv Blanc brand is cupcake. Cupcake. That's right. I said cupcake. The other one is... Hold on. Let me go check. Hold on, I forgot. A brain fart. Mental brain. Shit. Let me tell you what the other one is. My go-to's at the grocery store. Cupcake and, oh, God, I'm so stupid. Bogle. Bogle are my two grocery store brands that I buy when I'm at the grocery store because I haven't picked up my supply at my wineries. Cupcake, Sauv Blanc. I even like their Pinot Grigio. And the Bogle. I love both. You had me at cupcake. So Bogle and Cupcake are my favorite Sauv Blancs and Pinot Grigios. Just a quick, easy, crisp wines, very refreshing, and reasonably priced. Like I think they were $8 on sale. So very reasonably priced, and so if you like white wine, Those are quick, they're easy. You keep them in your refrigerator, you keep them crisp and ready to go at all times because you never know when you're gonna need it. Every day for me. Oh, it's just the way it is. So with that being said, I'm gonna finish up my weights out here, clean up the shit that's right behind me, and proceed on my day because I got shit to do. I got some things to get trimmed really quick before the heat hits. We are in a heat wave until like Friday, I think, and then it starts going down. So I appreciate you. Remember, you are important, you are worthy, and you matter, and your feelings are just that, yours. Stop letting people trample all over your feelings and telling them that's not how you feel, or that's not how you should feel. Your feelings are valid, whether or not, right, they're valid to other people. Take your time when needed and go back. Take your time. Take whatever time you need to recover and to replenish. Every situation is different, but just remember that sometimes we overreact a little bit more than being practical with our feelings. So I'm a daily offender. With reactions to my feelings. I'm very an emotional human being, and I wear my feelings on my shoulder and on my sleeve. So I overreact a lot, and then I take a deep breath, I reflect, and I recover, and then I resume. So just remember that. I try to always keep an open mind and try to take my minute of self-reflection into how I could have been different, could I have changed the situation, and what do I learn from this situation? And that's what I'm really trying to do as part of my involvement is, why did this happen? Should it have happened? And how does it make me feel? And how can I learn from it? Because at the end of the day, I believe everything is a learning experience, and it helps prepare us for future. It helps us evolve, because what we are doing is we are actively reflecting upon ourselves. So just my 2 cents. Doesn't mean anything, but it does to me. So if it works, great. Try it and see if it works and let me know. Love you guys. Pam, keep your head up. Get that wine and maybe have a couple sips or a bottle. Everybody else, I'll see you later tonight. As long as all goes well with Eduardo in the household and everything else, we should be there tonight, okay? Sometimes if we don't come on, it's because the day's not well, Ed's not well, and we are not well because of things. So sometimes if we don't happen to come on by like 5:30, I would say would the absolute latest, then you know trouble in paradise. And paradise may not be that great right now. Who knows? Just it could be a shitstorm of such. So anyway, hang tough. We always plan on doing them, but sometimes the day leads us elsewhere. So 5:30 I would think is the magic number if you don't see us. I will always try to be on by 5:30, even if we're kind of a little delayed. So hang tough. I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Keep your chin up. Remember, you are a small fish in a big sea, and sometimes it is very hard to be that fish and to keep on swimming, but you can do it. Yes, PST. Bye guys, love you.